Nah, I know the planets align, this shit be cosmic, but what's a retrograde to a renegade in the projects? My mindset is to avoid most nonsense and don't comment on issues that I don't vibe with.
What's up with it? It's your boy Noonie. It's Leo in the third house, and we back with another reading.
Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is going to be another pick a card reading. We're going to be asking a question. Who are they really? All right, so this is going to be like a glimpse into their core truths, who they are at the core. Maybe even the person they hide, like, you know, the maybe like behind the ego, behind the persona. Maybe it's almost like their higher self. Like, who are they really at their core? All right, and then this, because it's going to lead into another question I got that's going to be even more helpful towards that. So here, this is like part one of it, I guess. All right, so we're going to be asking, who are they really? Like, who are they? All right, so maybe you know them one way, or, you know, maybe this is the same way that you know them. Maybe you know them just as they are. So you'll know it when you get to it and when you see it. All right, so this just kind of came to me just randomly. I was looking at someone and I was just wondering, like, who are they really? And so this is kind of like inspired instantly. And so I was like, well, I got to do this right now. So I just set the cards out. And normally when I set the cards out, I usually go sit somewhere, go do something, go walk the dog, whatever, just something. But right now, I was like, oh no, we need to do it like right now. So I'm doing it right now. All right. So I don't know if I'm going to post it today, but I know I felt super inspired to do it. So we'll see. All right. For piles, it's going to be a close-up in the description box. All right. You'll be able to tap more, boop, boop, and then you'll see timestamp. Well, you scroll up a little bit, you'll see timestamps and description, and it'll say close-up. All right, this will be pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if this doesn't help, go ahead in the description box and you can see the close-up. It's just the stones, it's not the piles together. So, all right. Anyway, when I come back, I'm gonna show you this this close-up real quick, and when I come back, I'm gonna get started over here at pile 1. Boom, pile 1. So, pile 1. Who are they really? All right, so you could be dealing with a Sag. You could be dealing with a... Look, before I even get all these cards out, right? The first card out was learning, and the first thing that came to me was like they're like a baby, or they're like young, maybe like maybe a young spirit, like a younger soul. All right, now they don't have to necessarily be younger than you, but maybe they come off as young-minded. I'll see once we get to the rest of them. But when I seen learning and the ninth house, normally it's about higher education. So this person could also be very intelligent, but maybe they come off kind of childish, because that was the first feeling I got, was like maybe they're childish. All right, but anyway, yeah, we got all right, so we got Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Aries, possibly Aquarius. You know, it depends on how you feel. I got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I got Cancer again, and I got Virgo. All right. So yeah. All right. Now, yeah, definitely. I love this. I love it. Yeah. All right. This person could play games. All right. So who they really are, it could be like childish, playful though. All right. Confident. And this could be like at their core, this could be somebody who even has their attention on you. All right, there's someone who likes to be alone. All right, but they don't like to be alone, if that makes sense. So they like to be alone, but they don't like to be alone. So this is probably somebody who likes you in their space. And because we got the Page of Cups here, they don't really know how to like express it. All right, this could be also someone who like, they kind of move on, but they linger, like they brood. All right, or this is somebody who moves forward in a situation, but maybe they complain. You know what I mean? Like they can get the job done. They have a lot of willpower. So this could be like somebody who's like stubborn, who's like very stubborn, like pressed about getting their way, but like likes, maybe they like other people to like take the lead at the same time. So like this could be like somebody sometimes like, yeah, with the Two of Pentacles, this is somebody who has like mixed emotions at times, or has like I was gonna say ADD or AD. What is that? The one where they like kind of like can't focus, because it's like this person can't stay focused. All right. Now, normally, because I'm about to give you something, because it kind of seems kind of like not all over the place, because it seems like it's slightly a method to the madness, but it seems like madness. All right. So This person may really be dealing with like a lot of emotional trauma, emotional fears, stuff from like their childhood, from their like maybe ancestral, you know what I mean? Like they could deal with depression. All right, this person could be dealing with like not trusting in their own feelings. Like this person could have been someone who maybe was left alone, or maybe could have been like doesn't like closed in spaces, or doesn't like they could be claustrophobic, or like they could be afraid of like intimacy. Yeah, that's what it is. They're afraid of intimacy, of like saying things that make people uncomfortable, or maybe of making other people uncomfortable. So they choose not to express themselves. All right. This is someone who's actually working through that though, because we got Scorpio energy here twice. And whenever I see the Page of Cups, I always know that's usually somebody who deals with like intimacy issues, and it's in reverse. So this is someone who like still has like maybe childhood wounding around like teenage years, maybe. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to necessarily be teen, but it could be like the earliest teen, 19, 18. Like when you first start having like adult relationships, or what feels like adult relationships, but it doesn't necessarily have to even be that. All right, this could even be like younger than that. But it's usually like when you first start having like relationships where you start feeling like this is gonna be the one. We'll be, you know, married, and we'll do something. I think this is somebody who I really care about. Your first one of those. It could be like that. It's usually like that type of heartbreak. But anyway, all right, so this person is really somebody who's like focused on like striving, learning. Now they could be, like I said, they could be very smart because they are very analytical. Like, so they could be like very book smart, like higher education, college. They could just be like very studious. You know what I mean? This is somebody who knows how to move up in society and knows how to be seen as a pillar. They're very like generous and they're very giving, but they could also be like very, I was gonna say conniving. All right. They could be like very conniving because this is someone who maybe like they like to take care of their body, or they like to like share like good cheer. They like to keep everyone happy. All right, so maybe they don't like to really like, right? Yes, what I was telling you, they don't like to rock the boat, because it says milk and cookies, spreading good cheer and showing appreciation. So they don't really like to rock the boat. All right, this person is like kind of timid, but sometimes like, so we got the Fool in reverse, and because sometimes it could be associated as Aquarius energy, sometimes it goes as Aries energy. You know what I mean? So because usually it follows like the I think it's the Gregorian calendar, so it goes Aries and then it goes into Gemini, but I don't know how. So that's why, you know what I mean, it makes, you know, it's funny. But anyway, let's not go too far because I'll get off the track. But anyway, this person is like very studious. All right, so they're like with the Fool in verse is someone who's like afraid to like take risk, but they do. So like when they take risks, they take it impulsively because it's not really well thought out. With this Hermit here in reverse, it's not really well thought out. They usually just use their willpower or their might to make things happen. And they're very like, this is somebody who sometimes uses like gossip or uses like jealousy, or the Page doesn't really have rage, but maybe in this case with the Chariot next to it and the Fool, they could be someone maybe who uses rage or uses like feelings in an unusual way that could be like, maybe forceful, not forceful, but it can maybe trigger you to do things erratically or act in a way that isn't well thought out for yourself. You know what I mean? So this could be like somebody who's maybe impatient, kind of. So they could really be like maybe impatient, you know what I mean? But maybe act aloof as if it doesn't bother them in certain situations. All right, just somebody who takes a while to process things. All right, now they could be confident or they could be healing their confidence. It's one of these two things that's going on. Now this could be somebody, like I said, this could be somebody with a nice body, and they could be like maybe they could have digestive issues. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? They could be like writing, like really into like writing, or really into like discovery. For some, they could really be into like law or like societal issues, or like, you know, because this person wants to be influential in a way. So like deep down, they want to be very important to other people, into like the world. They want to be seen. They want to be structured. They might want to move. You know what I mean? Like they could be like into travel or like different ethics, like, you know, global affairs, or like they care about like a bigger picture of things. This is someone who's like always thinking of like a bigger picture or more expansive type of thinking. But at the same time, they like security, and they like to be like around people who they're comfortable with, because they don't really do well with expressing how they feel about stuff. They can kind of come off as like erratic in a way. Like maybe one day it doesn't bother them, but then tomorrow it bothers them, and now they're irate about it. And so they don't really like to, because they have an issue with like really holding and processing what they're feeling, because that's what the Page of Cups is. And even here with the sacral chakra, I mean with the with the solar plexus, it's usually about confidence, authenticity. You know what I mean? Your own personal authority. This person could be healing this energy, and usually with a page is someone who doesn't really feel like they have the power to change their feelings. They don't have the power to express their feelings, or they don't have power enough to influence other people. You know what I mean? Or to convince other people. So this is usually someone who's learning about it, and in reverse, they could feel like they haven't learned. So this person could be like maybe self-loathing in a way, but putting on like a brave face. They could be even a public servant. They could be someone who really wants to be of service to other people. You know what I mean? But they could really like not really like being around a lot of people, but they do like being around people. You get what I'm saying? Like they deal with security issues, though we don't have a root chakra here. They deal with security issues because I got that Two of Pentacles. That's always, for me, someone who's always having mixed feelings. You know what I mean? That's why I was giving you like that mixed feeling. It's like, I like to have people around. I like people, but at the same time, I kind of don't trust people because of what's happened in my past. And it's a lot of like emotional trauma that I still be kind of holding on to, resentment, shame, anger, guilt. You know what I mean? It's a lot of this stuff that I be holding on to. So this could be somebody who's like prone to like getting people to be on their side when things are going wrong. You know what I mean? Like they'll call friends, call family. They'll try to talk to you. Like if somebody else got on their nerves, they'll tell you, oh, so-and-so did this, that, and the third. And this is them trying to get you to like get on their side because this person doesn't feel like their feelings are enough to validate the issue. You get what I'm saying? All right. That's who this person is. This is someone who prefers probably to isolate as opposed to like, or ghost as opposed to like really confronting a situation, or they may go silent. Or this be somebody who may even give you the silent treatment. You know what I mean? Someone may give you the silent treatment, may leave situations like abruptly without telling you, just kind of skirt off and do their own thing, be reckless in some ways. This is that type of person. All right. This is someone who maybe is always worried, but for others, this could be somebody who's also has like a solution. This is somebody who sometimes comes up with solutions. Like, you know, they could be both ways. All right. They could be someone who's always like worried or pessimistic about stuff. You know what I mean? Not believing in their ability to make things happen. And at the same time, this is someone who sometimes comes up with creative, quirky ideas out of nowhere that just catch fire. You know what I mean? So this is someone who could be like very intuitive and very spiritual, you know, because the Hermit is a very spiritual type of card. And with the Princess of Cups, which is a Page of Cups in this case, this is going to be somebody who's like very creative and even believes in like mysticism or mystical, or believes in like fantasies in a sense. They like romance, but they don't really know how to express it themselves or even really be receptive of it. You know, they can kind of be off as like, you know, maybe a little skittish towards it. You know, I mean, they prefer to keep a regal appearance, a strong, structured, you know, confident type of appearance. Like, I'm here to conquer, motivate, inspire. You know what I mean? Like, this is someone who's like, I'm here to take control and do my job. You know what I mean? But this is also someone who's like really wants to be like nurtured. If I'm really being honest, they want to be nurtured and given structure, or given like a way to go, or confidence in believing that wherever they're going to go, they can make things happen. Like they fluctuate between not feeling strong enough or feeling empowered enough within themselves, or having enough authority to express who they really are. You know what I mean? Now, for others, they may be already doing that. They could have already worked through that. This could be somebody who's already released their intimacy blocks. This is somebody who could be very confident. They could be very assertive. They could be very you know, like self-assured. All right. This could also be somebody who's like very secure with themselves, like not afraid to be alone with others. But they could also be like, you know, suffering with depression in a sense, or suffering with like moodiness. You know what I mean? Like this is someone who like probably gets a lot of things done. They could be very disciplined, very motivated, very focused on whatever it is they want, driven, ambitious, like, you know, like assured that they're going to get this done. And they may even do it sometimes by hook or crook, or by like risky or reckless behavior. All right. This could be somebody who could be very creative, but it could come off as very mischievous in the way that they do it. You know, sometimes it's like you don't see it coming in the way that they do things. All right. Now, this could be good. This could be bad. All right. But in this case, I also feel like this person has their eye on you. All right. And I thought I just read creative. So maybe this is like a creative type of person. All right. This is someone who's like, who at their core is like very beautiful, and they like to be admired by that. All right. I keep looking at this vase shape. So maybe this guy, this woman, or whoever, they have like a nice shape. Because that's who they really are. Like, there's somebody who probably focuses on their body or on their physical appearance. Because that's what I keep noticing, is physical appearance. So like this person probably really like focuses on their physical appearance. If it's a woman or a man, they like to show their body. You know what I mean? But they also like to be in like comfy clothes. So you may also see them kind of dressed like raggedy, but like they may also dress like really like, you know, to the T, so that you can see them. But I think they prefer Like when they're in like their moods, they probably prefer like sweatpants, nightgown, moo-moos, shorts, you know what I mean? Like just like, you know, regular humdrum type of stuff, you know what I mean? All right. This person is like either they're learning how to slow down and listen to their own voice, or that's what they're like healing. All right. Here's some advice though. And then I'll give you the signs again. Forgiveness. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. So let me give you signs. We got Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, Sag, Leo, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, and Aquarius. Okay. So, pile 1, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 2. So, pile 2. Who are they really? All right. So, there could be healing vulnerabilities. All right. This could be an Aquarius. This could be a Sagittarius. Yeah, this person could be reviving their heart chakra. All right. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, they're here. All right. So you could be dealing with the Taurus, could be dealing with the Aries, could be dealing with Aquarius. All right. So this person, yeah, this person is like getting over like a hard, like not maybe like a hard time, a difficult time, betrayals, like multiple things like that. They're getting over that. They could be like somebody who like at their core like replays like past bad trauma, but this could also be like somebody who's like intimidated by like taking risk or like getting outside of like the norm, or breaking like a social code, or breaking like a tradition. Like this could be someone this now at their core. It could also be somebody who is non-traditional. All right, they could be really a rebel. They could be really obnoxious. All right, this could be somebody who's like a know-it-all. All right, at their core. All right, but this is also somebody who could be like very like willing to please others. All right, like not like a people pleaser, but like this could be like somebody who's like very emotionally fulfilled within themselves, and they like to give to other people. All right, now this could be somebody, like I said, who could be kind of maybe harping on like a past betrayal, or this could be like somebody who feels either like intimidated by you, or this could be someone who feels like they're afraid to really approach, all right, or take a risk. Okay, so they could be feeling like, yeah, it's insecurities, it's vulnerabilities around something, some type of, I don't know, this could be like deep-seated pain. All right, but they do want to promote ideas, like new ideas, new possibilities. This is somebody who's actually open to change at their core. That's what they really are. This person is really there, but they could be afraid of like changing direction possibly, or going towards what makes them happy. So this could be somebody who's used to being like in a traditional way. All right, this could be like somebody who's divorced, or this could be somebody who's in like a non-traditional relationship, or this could be like somebody who's in a it could be like your occupation in your workplace, or they could be like in the government within like a subsidy, or like working for like a company that maybe has to like check in with the government. You know what I mean? Like it's something along the lines of that. Yeah, they're definitely letting new ideas in. So this person could be like recognizing emotions and feelings that they didn't know were there. All right, because their heart chakra is being open. So this person is like healing. All right, now they could be like at their core, they could be a healer themselves. Like they could like be a channel, because it says divine feminine, source, channel, stillness. So they themselves could actually be like a channel. They could be a very good source of intuition, a very good source of like promoting spirit, you know what I mean, or promoting what the universe, or promoting what you know, whoever you believe in has to say. They could be this type of person. This is somebody who's very optimistic, but doesn't like, they don't like to put the horse before the cart. I mean, the cart before the horse. Meaning that this person doesn't like to like see the bright side of stuff before they looked at the worst case scenarios. So they can come off as kind of pessimistic. But because I guess it's kind of like they feel like they know all, because this person could be a great channel, and they could be very lucky. All right, because they got luck is on your side. So they could be very lucky. All right, but they could also like not be afraid to like take a chance. So they could be both ways, but like maybe they could be afraid in a sense. It says, are you struggling to find joy in your life as you did as a child? So deep down, that's what they're trying to find. Deep down, they're trying to find joy like they did as a child. All right. Now, they could be like very attractive, but deep down, they could also be like very naughty. Like, because it says Black Widow, beautifully wrapped, laced with death. So they could be like very, I guess they could be very attractive. Because, I mean, she's kind of attractive. She's all right. They could be enticing, maybe. Maybe they could be like, sometimes the Black Widow is like somebody who like takes advantage of you and like uses you up. All right. Like they could be like an energy vampire. But this could also just be like, they're reviving, like they're healing from that part of themselves, because that's what they like. They're still dealing with that. Like they could like kind of like replay this type of betrayal to themselves, or this could be like them. They could be someone who's into like non-traditional relationships, and you know they're not opposed to getting their own happiness. Like this could be somebody who's used to, you know, having other partners possibly, or making like doing what makes them happy. So at their core, they could be just used to that, like used to just having fun, used to just going out and just doing what they want to do, being open-minded, you know what I mean? Not being stuck to societal views, you know what I mean? Not caring what other people think, healing from some type of deep-seated insecurity, wound, some type of like old anger or harbored. Usually Sharon represents like something that you came here with that you've been struggling with for a long time. So they could be struggling for a long time with insecurity. And so this could be someone who, look, even though I seen the Nine of Cups upright, I kind of got the vibe that it was selfish because of the Fool. So this could be somebody who's even selfish, who like chooses them over everyone else, because they could maybe feel like, you know, like this is what they're meant to do. Because the Black Widow could sometimes be somebody who's a user, who takes advantage of people, and they could just feel like that's just how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? So it almost kind of feels entitled in a sense. You know what I mean? Like I'm breaking rules around here. I'm the one who's like in charge. I get to pull the strings. You know what I mean? And this could be just like somebody who's like, you know, maybe not as good as they appear to be, but they could be healing that. But they could be very lucky and getting opportunities and chances. You know what I mean? So they kind of come off as like both ways. Because it came off at first like, ooh, very gentle, very sweet. But then later it was like, whoa. So that's who you are. Oh, okay. But this is somebody who could be like transmuting guilt, shame, embarrassment, you know what I mean? Exhaustion of like repeating the same patterns and cycles. So this could be someone who could be like afraid of breaking that. You know what I mean? Like breaking that regular pattern that they've already had, because it's something that they're consistent and used to. You get what I mean? So it could be both ways there. You know, there's no Libra energy here, but there's like somebody who's open-minded to try to look at all perspectives. You know what I mean? And they don't mind looking at a bigger picture. All right. So like at their core, or who they really are, is someone who cares a lot about other people. All right. Someone who likes to like give to others, like in a like information wise, to see others grow, to see others expand. They want to be very supportive. They want to be very helpful. Like they want to think of the whole for others. All right. They could be like a renegade type of energy, but like very tapped in to what to do next. All right. But they can sometimes like trap themselves in overthinking or over processing. You know what I mean? Like what should be right. Because this could be a person that kind of gets stuck up in like, even though they may be like rebellious, this could be like somebody who like gets stuck up in like a tradition at the same time. You know what I mean? So maybe they try to play a part or play a role sometimes to kind of like fit in with what they think like others would expect them to be. Because sometimes Aquarius gives me somebody who has like high expectations. So this could be somebody who has like high expectations, but at the same time, they kind of like don't live up to it. But it's not that they don't live up to it. It's just that they don't really believe it. You know what I mean? So they're trying to put on an act of being that way, but they don't really feel that way. They feel like whatever makes you happy is what you should be doing. So that's who this person is. And they're reviving around being unconditionally loving to themselves and unconditionally loving to others, being more compassionate, being more sincere, all right, dealing with jealousy or resentment. Like they're healing that type of energy, or shame. Like that's what this person, who they are at their core, like working through that. This is something that they've dealt with for a very long time. All right. And they're like working through getting past betrayals and like a painful ending. You know what I mean? To them, it still plays in their mind. So it could have been pretty traumatic to them, you know, but the worst of that situation is over. So this person could be like, you know, trying to like start anew. And at their core, this could be somebody who really genuinely wants to make you happy. You know what I mean? So that's their intention. All right. Yeah, that's pretty clear. So at this core, this person has like a lot of spiritual strength, like a lot of it. All right, and they have like a lot of great ideas. This is somebody who likes to promote you, or would like to promote you or something, or like to promote like ideas or growth. Like this person is someone who wants to like channel a lot of abundance your way, or a lot of optimism, a lot of joy. You know what I mean? A lot of this energy of feeling like you deserve it. So this person at their core is like a healer. All right, they're a healer who has like prophetic ideas, or like futuristic visions, or like views that don't necessarily fit societal beliefs. And they're like the fool is somebody who's like showing a new path, a new way of doing things. You know what I mean? Like off on a new journey. We've always seen it this way, because the Hierophant is usually about like traditions, values, like systems, social systems. And so with the Fool here and the Ten of Swords here is breaking part of that, breaking free of that. This person is like someone who's open-minded to break free of social constructs or societal beliefs. All right, this is someone who could be, like I said, rebellious. It comes off as someone who can't be tamed, but their whole intention is to find true happiness, genuine happiness, and then offer you that final cup that gives you that last little bit. So it's kind of like being independent and being happy on your own, but like together. So maybe that's who they are. It's like this person maybe likes to be independent. They like to be free-spirited. They like to take risks. They like to see what can happen if it will make them happy. You know what I mean? And they maybe have a past of like a broken marriage, or broken relationships, or broken, you know what I mean, something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Or like a lot of betrayals in their past from like previous situations or relationships. And they've like now become like more free-spirited, more self-indulgent, you know what I mean? More like looking for success or the appearance of it. So they could, like I said, they could be healing and going within. For some, they could be healing and going within. For others, they could have already done that. All right. So they could be purging and coming up on what's really true for them. And this who they could be at the core is like getting over past betrayals and becoming like someone who's like confident in themselves emotionally and how they feel and what they want and what they desire. So this could be what they're doing. They could be like breaking some type of social construct to do this, or they could just be like, you know, rebelling in a way that they normally wouldn't to be able to do this. But anyway, here's your advice. Invitation. Oh, okay, so they may invite you. I told you that person wants to promote or promote you in some way, like promote things for you to be able to like, or maybe they want you to promote them, so they may invite you. And then it says, are you relaxing enough to allow the flow of new ideas? So they want to like give you new ideas and like shoot some stuff past you and all that, maybe promote you in some type of way. And this could be like, that's usually what promotion means in the air element. It's like promoting ideas, but it could also be like promoting like new ways of thinking, because open to change here is usually about changing your perspective, being open to ideas or thoughts that weren't originally there. But here's the advice. Invitation. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us to your heart. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns, as well as your joys and pleasures. There is no need to be formal, for we have known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself, and we love you just as you are. All right, so let me give you signs one more time. We got Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, Taurus. All right, so pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 3. So, pile 3. Who are they really? All right, could be a Pisces, could be a Leo, could be a Gemini, could be a Leo, could be a Virgo. Could be a Taurus, could be a Sag, could be a Pisces. All right, these are signs I got. They don't gotta be them. They could just be acting in the capacity of this. All right. Okay. So who they are at their core, they could be somebody who like avoids talking about things. Like they maybe like to be friends all the time. Like this is someone who doesn't mind doing hard work, but they have like small ambitions. Not like the biggest. This is someone who just has the small ambitions. This could be like materialistic. Yeah, materialistic. Like, so they may not have like big goals, big dreams, big desires. This could just be like around having maybe the biggest house, the biggest car, the most money. You know what I mean? Maybe like humanitarian stuff isn't really that big on them. This could be like, they could be like judgmental, but this could also be somebody who's like forgiving as well. Someone who like sees people from like a higher perspective, a more spiritual perspective, and is okay with the plight or okay with how they are. But they could be kind of judgy as well, sometimes thinking that they have more to offer than others, or they could maybe like be someone who doesn't always know the value of what they have. So they could be somebody who's like unappreciative of like materials. All right. At their core, they're very romantic, but they could also be someone who like likes the appearance of a family, because we got the Ten of Cups in reverse. So there's someone who likes the family dynamic, but not necessarily the actual work in the family. So they may not like everything about the family. I think they just like having like, you know, like that like family feeling, like, you know, maybe we on Thanksgiving we have Thanksgiving, you know, maybe on at night we just eat dinner, but the rest of the time everybody's doing their own little thing. You know, I mean, this may be somebody like that, like they like certain times, or like, you know, certain holidays, or, you know, I don't know, something like that. There's someone who kind of like, yeah, they romanticize everything. We got Pisces energy first, so there's somebody who like romanticizes everything. All right, like they like, it could be for the gram. I like this person likes, they like attention, but this could also be like at their core. This could be somebody who's like into like escapism. So this could be like addictions, drugs, but they could be very adaptable as well, because they like to go wild and crazy, and they probably like to talk a lot. You know what I mean? Like this person likes, maybe they have a lot of friends. So at their core, they could be very friendly, but they're also very magnetic. So like very sexually attractive, very sexually alluring, but like very magnetic in like energy. It pulls people in, because this gives the flirty energy for me with the Eight of Wands. It gives more like a flirty energy. All right. They could even be a little nosy at their core. So this could be somebody who's always like in your business. You know what I mean? Always wondering what you got going on. They could be a little crazy, a little loopy, like, you know, but very prideful. All right. This could be also someone who's like very artistic. You know, but they deal with like self-sacrificing for others. So like if it had to be like, maybe they would pay somebody else's bills before they would pay theirs, or they would like look out for somebody even if somebody didn't look out for them, or they would be like, this is somebody who like kind of like they victimize themselves in a way. All right, like this could be also someone like at their core who could be kind of sick, or like healing from some type of sickness, illness, and starting to feel more alive. So they could be like starting to like maybe start seeing themselves a lot more clearly, start seeing their situation, or start seeing reality a lot more clearly. So at their core, they could be like trusting of their own instincts. All right, like who they really are is someone who's like healing, trusting their instincts, trusting their intuition. Because the fall is here, and this is usually about taking a risk against other people's judgment. So this is somebody who's learning how to trust their instincts, trusting what they see, their own vision. So this could be somebody who has visions. Yeah, with the Pisces here, this is somebody who has their own visions. So yeah, all right, there's gonna be somebody who like could be like divinely brought into your life. This could be like somebody who's like meant to be into your life in some sense. Like you could have been ordained of some sort, or it could be somebody at their like they could be having like a spiritual purpose, a bigger spiritual purpose. All right. At their core, they want to give you a present and ask for forgiveness. So who they really are is somebody who wants to be genuine, wants to be giving, wants to be of service. They want to ask for your forgiveness. So this is who they really are on the inside, all right? And still shining. So on the inside, this is somebody who's like shines from the inside out. They have a glow, all right? So this is someone who like likes to like light up the room. They like to be very chatty, very talkative, very, very gossipy, all right? They like to take risks. They like to do their own thing. You know what I mean? But they like other people's eyes on them when they do their own thing. All right. This is someone who likes to feel alive. Like their life, like they need to feel alive. They need action, stuff, adventure. They need, you know what I mean? Like a moment to be able to be like, to maybe stretch their legs, or to like show themselves, like show who they are. Like, look at me. Look how, like, you know, like I want to just put my arms out. Like, look at me. Like, look how amazing I am. Look what I can do. And I want to like brighten your world up. And it's like, this is how this person feels. All right. Now, when it comes to like family beliefs and traditions, they may not necessarily like agree with all of those things. They may have came from like a bad household, like growing up, it may have been like a lot of family struggles, and they had to keep on the appearance of things going well. You know, it could have been a lot of judgmentalness energy from their family. They could have also dealt with a lot of selfishness, or like lack of resources, or like feeling like lower valued than others. You know what I mean? They could have been also like used to being like breadcrumbs, or possibly poor. All right, now not necessarily, but they could have like been used to like not really having resources, or like being of a lower class. All right. And this could be like why they're like focused on like materials and stuff. Did I say that in this reading? Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, so that's probably why they're focused on like materials and stuff. This is somebody who has a lot of opinions, like a lot of opinions about your life or about other people's lives, or like, you know, this is someone who likes to like, because sometimes with the Gemini here, this is somebody who likes to like give you pointers, because she reminds me of like the Queen of Swords. She usually gives you pointers or like wisdom tidbits, stuff that you didn't even know you needed. So it can come off as like someone who has an opinion. Like when you do something, they may be like kind of critical, or like you need to do it this way, or people need to do this, or people need to get it together. This could be someone who's very intuitive and can see stuff and can be like, but sometimes it can border along the lines of like going too far, like fantasy, because Pisces energy is here first. So this means that this person deals with like the lack of boundaries, or a lack of like reality from like fiction, or reality from like imagination. Like they have a vivid imagination. This person could probably dream or dreams often, or they have certain dreams. They have visions, and that's what's being healed, is like how to decipher their visions. So that's who they are right now at this moment, is like learning how to decipher their own visions, learning how to understand their instincts, learning how to trust that feeling that they have. Because maybe, like I said, they could struggle with like maybe expressing empathy, or like they could deal with like maybe like taking on other people's stuff out of empathy, out of like sympathy. Is that it? Or out of empathy? Or is that apathy? I don't know. Maybe this person overthinks as well, because I didn't know either, and I just went too far for no reason. So maybe this person does that. Like that's probably like that Pisces energy where like it's almost like the hangman. It kind of like stalls yourself out. You know what I mean? You're like, I only see it my way. So it's like stalling yourself out before you really get to like envision more. So like this person could probably come up with a lot of ideas, be like very creative, very like talkative, and then at one point they just kind of like overthink themselves into like a stalled state where they don't, you know. So this person could be like afraid of judgment of others. That's who this person is at their core. Afraid of judgment of others, not feeling good enough, or being underappreciated and undervalued. So they come off as more judgmental. It's like, I judge you before you judge me. So if I think you're not good enough, you can't tell me I'm not good enough, because I already said you're not good enough. So it's that type of energy. All right. This is someone who kind of maybe even like kind of like stands off in essence, to kind of like, you know what I mean? Like they make their own way, if that makes sense. This could be somebody who likes to travel, and they like to like write or message or talk. Like they like to chat. This is someone who likes to be warm and flirty and playful. You know what I mean? But also like they could be very judgmental and like kind of come off as like an adult. Like, yeah, they can kind of come off as an adult. All right. So at their core, this person could also be maybe desiring a family, or like a rebirth of a family, or like rebirth of like happy times, previous times. At their core, this could be this type of person. They could be wanting to like resurrect a family dynamic, or resurrect a feeling of happiness that they once experienced. So just somebody from the past, this could be who this person is. Someone who wants to experience a previous happy moment that they had with you. And at their core, they would really want to communicate that with you passionately, fast. All right. They'd want to come travel towards you. All right. And be in your environment, be in your space, and tell you what they think about things. They would want to be adaptable. So who they are really is this type of person. Someone who's a risky, but someone who has like the humanitarian vibe, and who works hard, but has like smaller visions, but they are willing to take risk, but they don't like to take advice from other people about what they should do. But they could be somebody who likes to give, you know, relationship, or likes to give information about what you should do. All right. So yeah, that was kind of simple for this one. I'm glad I did this one. This is someone who nobody can stop them from feeling good. They could be like very used to like being attractive, or they could be like having a nice body, and that could be them. Like they could be someone who's used to having a nice body. All right. And this could be someone who's like drawn. They could be drawn to you because of your healing energy. All right. And they sense a power within you. They feel like you shine from within. So this person could be wanting to offer you love, and offer you a gift, and ask for forgiveness. All right, and they possibly want to go wild. This could be like a fantasy, because of Pisces energy is here. This could be like a fantasy, and this could be them even. They could even be flirting with you, because communication is key. Could mean that somebody's flirting with you, and you need to be aware. So they could even be flirting with you. They could be even like holding like just like beat around the bush conversations. And at their core, this is like how they like get you involved. or how they get you to be like with them. This could be like somebody who's like not like maybe just ended a family or has like a relationship that they're not really happy in. So they could be like wanting to like give to you as well. So this could be like who they really are. Somebody who's like into giving to other people, but they put off a energy of being very judgmental about like breaking up families, or being judgmental about like putting on like maybe family airs, like being happy or something like that, you know what I mean? So maybe like look for that. Maybe that could be that, because with the Pisces energy is always a fantasy of something. So it could be like the illusion of happiness, the illusion of security, the illusion, and the like this could be like somebody who dresses very well and then doesn't have like all the money, or doesn't have like, I don't know, health insurance, life insurance, things like that. You know what I mean? They don't have 401k. Well, 401k isn't that big, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like they don't have like a plan or like action. They have the look. All right, just like the look is the hook type of thing. So this could be like their body. This could be like what they wear. This could be their car, their house. Like it really baits you, you know what I mean? And that they're like not listening to anybody. So they give off a more regal, authoritative type of vibe. Like I'm better than everybody, to avoid like, you know, being judged by somebody else first, because they fear that. They don't like to be judged. They don't like nobody to judge them. All right, or nobody to make them feel like they're not good enough, or like they're not at a higher level. All right, here's the advice. Okay. Forgiveness. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a particular person to a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. All right. So let me give you the signs again. We got Pisces, Leo, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus. All right. So, pile 3. That was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 4. So, pile 4. Who are they really? Okay. So at first, when I seen it, I seen Saturn and the Sun come out together, and so I thought organized chaos, but that's not really what the Sun is. That's like focused, organized, or organized, like structured focus. So this could be someone who's like very structured, masculine, very like domineering. Oh, okay. And who they are, they could be jealous. They could be also very pessimistic and have a scarce mindset. They could be also someone who fears abandonment. Okay, this is someone who fears like being left alone, right? But they are someone who likes to like repair situations or make things better. This could be someone who's like, who has one foot in, one foot out of fear of being left. That's who this person is. I get it. Okay. So this is someone who likes to like resolve emotional issues, but they maybe they're used to like, oh, okay, this person is used to leaving relationships. This is someone who's used to like, because we got the Knight of Wands. Did I give you did I give you the signs? I didn't give you all the signs. So we got Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. So who this person really is someone who's very disciplined, very structured with the way that they express themselves. They could be in their ego a lot. And this could be around like them feeling like they have to have boundaries, or they have to be a certain way. Because sometimes with Saturn here, this is usually somebody who's very disciplined, who likes to keep like a regal face, likes to keep like a strong, you know what I mean, a face of always being at peace with themselves or in harmony. Like, I believe in me. I believe in what I got going on. Because I feel like that with the Temperance. But really, this person may be somebody who also is very pessimistic about the things that they invest in. They may not always see things moving forward because they fear rejection, or they fear missing out, or they fear losing. You know what I mean? Like, they could be like, this could be somebody who like bounces back from that, even because sometimes with this justice, it's like finding harmony and finding balance, and then they kind of go back into like this self-defeating type of energy, or energy of like maybe like possessive, mine. I need to have, this is mine. I need to control. I need to do it this way. So they can kind of come off as that. This could be somebody who tells you how to do your job and how to run your life as if you don't know how. That's what it says. They are trying to tell you how to do your job and run your life as if you don't know how to handle your own shit. So this is somebody who, and it could be very, okay, I get it. This is somebody who doesn't like trust people, but they could be very nurturing, very giving, and they could be very protective of the people they care. And that's kind of what the Knight of Wands is. This could be somebody who likes to fight, likes to protect. All right. This could be also somebody who doesn't see blockages. So maybe they don't see boundaries. They don't see like obstacles. They don't see, so they could be pessimistic, but at the same time, they can like, don't see that. So like this could be like somebody who works as their own worst enemy, but then like they turn it around, you know what I mean? And then they kind of like get themselves out of like a situation that they put themselves in. You get what I mean? Like, so this would be like somebody who's like very erratic and moves very fast, and then they have to dig themselves out. But they could be like very analytical though, like very smart, very detail oriented. Yeah, they like to take inspired action. So this is someone who maybe takes like calculated risk, because like with the sun and with Saturn, it would kind of give off like a structured expression, a structured like force. Like this person could be like into like health, or like at their core they could be into, because we got Virgo energy here too. And with this they could be into health. All right, so like who they are is somebody who's like really, they could be a trainer. This person's like really into like their health. They could be into like short-term investments, or they could be into like short travels. Like maybe they could sell wares. They could like maybe like do something like that. They could be like a salesman. Sometimes like a door. Maybe it could be a door-to-door salesman, like as opposed to like someone who travels far. They could be like a store salesman, or like who they are is somebody who like knows how to make something out of nothing, or knows how to like manifest. They know how to be fair and give. So at their core, this is someone who's not afraid of having new starts and new beginnings. They're an agent of change. So this is someone who comes into your life to change who you are. They could either be giving you structure, or they could give you personal power. Like this is who this person comes into your life to give you, and to help you work through emotional issues. So they could probably be like very nurturing and very protective of the people they care, but they could also be someone who doesn't trust people. So like they could be very nurturing and very loving to you, but at the same time, I don't really trust you. You know what I mean? Like they may give you the best advice ever and be very sharing and very like an earth angel, but at the same time, don't come to my house, or don't call me before this time, or like they make like this person could have like strong boundaries, or they could be like restrictive in some ways. Like this person deals with obstacles by like charging forward anyway. Like they feel like they're lucky. This could be someone who maybe like is like very synced up, or like very like spiritually inclined, tapped in. All right, this is somebody for others, this is somebody who trusts their heart. You know what I mean? They trust their heart, and they could be reckless in their actions and make things happen, but they may not stay inspired too long with the things that they invest in. You get what I mean? So like this person may put a lot of work in, a lot of energy in the very beginning, but then at the same time, this is somebody who also has like the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's how I read the Temperance: 1 foot on land, 1 foot in water. It's usually like dreaming about it and then trying to stay grounded, and that's usually giving you both aspects. But in this case, with the 5 of Pentacles next to it, this is somebody who usually fears like I guess maybe being closed in or being pent down. Like this person they like to like maybe keep their options open, or like to keep like it's just 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's like I guess they don't always feel safe, secure. This person's looking for comfort. That's who they're looking for. Like this person could be like comforting. So they could just be like in comfort. You know what I mean? Like they could be like normally. Now this could sometimes this could be like somebody who's like a reformed Knight of Wands. Like they know how to run, but they may not necessarily like want to. This may be somebody who actually prefers to give. Like they like relationships, but they may be like afraid of relationships. So this is how this could be. This could be like, but this could be also somebody who's like of importance, or like an impact. So this agent of change. This is gonna be somebody who's like of importance in your life. All right, like an agent of change. They change. Usually Capricorn represents, because this is the first card out, is Saturn, and that Saturn represents hard trials, obstacles, tribulations, restrictions, limitations, boundaries. You know what I mean? Mostly just like hard work. Like it's karma. It's, you know what I mean? It's like working through lessons. Like Saturn is like lessons, like infinite lessons. After you learn that, and you learn it the hard way, that's what Saturn represents. Now there's an easier way if you just go along with like the transformation that Saturn is pushing on you. It's like that's not working anymore, so start doing this. But a lot of times it'd be hard to just, not for everybody, but for me it'd be hard to change what I've already been doing. If I've been working at this and investing in this, why am I just going to stop doing it just because you're saying that it's time to stop doing? Stop doing it. How? You know what I mean? So it takes me a little while, but for others, for this person, it might be the same way. But this is somebody, nah, for this person, they take inspired action. So like this could be like someone who's like analyzed, plotted, thinking, and then they feel confident enough to do it. All right, this is someone who's probably going to take the work. They may, so Saturn does represent like a mastery. So they may master stuff. All right, like they may get into like mastery of things, really nurture things, get very, very like protective of the things that they work at or they put their time and their energy in, kind of like I was just now. All right, this is someone who like prides themselves in health and in masculinity, even if they're a woman. They pride themselves in like masculinity and like being focused, being strong, structured. All right. You know what I mean? Recognizing their limitations and recognizing like they like to be practical or they like to be like realistic. All right. Now they could be like, you see how kind of fiery. They could be like kind of aggressive. This could be who they could be really is like aggressive, but like very nurturing. You know what I mean? So like they give the vibe of being both ways and always having one foot in, one foot out, but like knowing how to give, knowing how to be of like service, knowing how to balance situations out, knowing how to see things from like a higher perspective and knowing how to use their best skills and talents or abilities to make things happen. But at the same time, this could be someone who doesn't see potential in a lot of things or doesn't see the vision a lot of times with relationships. You know what I mean? So like with Saturn, this usually means you have to take time. You have to take time with them. Like, you know, in the Knight of Wands, that's what they need. The Knight of Wands is somebody who always needs you to be there when they come back. And I know that's not something a lot of people like to hear, but they're really somebody who deals with like they have that one foot in, that one foot out. So for them, it's always a fear that you're never going to be there anyway. So if you were to leave when they leave, then they would think, well, you were going to leave anyway, so I was right. You know, and that's how they make it. That's how they kind of like make it, because it's somebody who's used to new starts. They're used to starting over. They like this is what they're used to. They're used to being abandoned or left out. You know, they could be used to like not having resources, not having helpful people, not having a network, you know, not feeling like they were taken care of. Like security could have been an issue for this type of person. So they could have always been worried about like not having enough. It's not really of not being enough, but it's a scarcity mindset. So it's like if I spend too much money, if I don't make enough money, then I'll be, if I don't like, you know, if I don't like protect myself or be as big as I can or like work as hard as I can, if I don't like be as structured or responsible as I can, I might die. Like this person might see themselves as like dying. Like life can make them, not necessarily like dying, but like they could be like that dramatic, like life makes them think like all else is failing. Like if you're not gonna talk to me, then I'll kill myself. Now they may not say that, but like, you know, something extreme like that. Like, well, if you don't really care about me, well, just block me. You know what I mean? Or like something like that. You're like, what? Well, like this is someone who kind of like blows off erratically out of nowhere, fiery and passionate, but this comes from like a lack of like being able to express it in a more calm demeanor. And it's usually because like they kind of like feel like they have to rush or they have to like leave before you leave them, because this is someone who's used to being left. That's who this is. So this is someone who's used to being left or being left behind, abandoned. Yeah. This is someone who suppresses their anger. So this is someone who like can be like, okay, so that's why the Knight of Wands is here in reverse, because this is someone who very comes off very chill, very relaxed, but they suppress a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of pessimism, you know what I mean? A lot of fear, you know what I mean? Like lack, like a lot of scarcity mindset. Like, so this could be someone who's like very abundant, very like opportunistic, like having situations happening for them, but they may not feel like they're good enough, or they may not feel like they're even going to do anything, or that they're even going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? They could be like always like thinking like, well, even if they got $100 million, they could be feeling like this isn't enough. I can lose this tomorrow. So like this would be someone who like keeps trying to strive and do more and build more and be more. You know, because it's like, it's not like they don't, it is kind of like they don't feel good enough, but it's kind of like they fear going back to that old way of who they used to be, how they used to be timid, scared, afraid. You know what I mean? This person is like, so for some, they could be someone who fears changing and they're unable to commit to anything, which is what the Knight of Wands could be. They could be afraid of that, like committing. And that's what that said with the Temperance, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like this person could be afraid to commit and unable to like really like stick to things, like stick to like what they push themselves towards. All right. But they are starting like they are starting a rebirth of their spiritual life. So this person right now, who they really are, is starting up so they could be like having a brand new start emotionally. and coming into like a spiritual path now. And that's probably why the Temperance is here. And it's helping them heal that scarcity mindset or that fear of abandonment. So they don't necessarily have to be in that right now. They could be actually working through that and taking inspired action to do that, to handle old emotional traumas, all right? And maybe their lack mindset or their pessimistic outlook on life. They could be actually healing that. And that's what the Temperance could also be in the middle, right under this new start is coming. So let's not look at it all negative or be judgy, because it looks like it goes both ways. It looks like this person is like, because we got the Libra energy here too. So it looks like this person is working through that, and their heart chakra is being healed or being activated. So if they're not in the energy of not trusting people, then they're in the energy of trusting people, all right? And wanting to share their big, beautiful heart and be open to the world, and like to share with everyone, being compassionate, being loving, being helpful, you know, being nurturing, you know what I mean? Being giving and generous, all right? And being of like leadership quality, or being of like, yeah, of leadership quality, someone who has integrity. So this is who this person could be, all right? Like this is who they really are at their core. So this is someone who like learned how to suppress anger, or this is someone who suppresses anger in hopes of keeping the peace. Yeah. Here's the advice. Star, believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget, you are truly a shining star. All right, y'all. So I was about to take the mic off because I just did this instantly. So I just sat for like 45 minutes. Now I gotta take the dog out for a walk so I can shake this off. Whew. All right. So anyway, thank you guys always for the support. This your boy Noonie. I said Nornie. Where is Nornie? Anyway, it's your boy Noonie Booney. All right, y'all, I'm out.